You're listening to an Anazao Ministries podcast.
All right, on SG, we seek to answer the important questions. We tackle the big topics, and today is absolutely no different. Today, we dare to ask, can Goku beat everybody? And to answer this spicy question, I'm joined by a whole group of gentlemen that I'm sure are going to have ridiculous opinions of the entire matter. Let me start with Kino. What's up, man?
How you doing?
Not
Good.
too shabby.
That's good. Listen. So I'm going to start off by saying I am a Vegeta fan. So don't come for me. I'm just letting you know that is the stance that I have, and I'm gonna leave it at that because this is going to be a great episode. I'm ready. I'm excited.
Cool. All right, and also joined by the one and only TJ. What's going on?
Hey, nothing much. Second episode of the day, and infinitely more contentious than the first. So
there we go. And rounding out the group, we are joined by Josh with the good opinions. What's up, man?
Same as ever. Sitting here having good opinions. That we'll see if I have good opinions on this one. We'll see what you guys think of my opinion or not.
Yeah, we shall see. So, I want to set the table for y'all, and then I'll chime in after I hear from everybody, because I believe I will likely be the odd man out on most of what gets said. So, Kino, we'll start with you, man. What are your thoughts on Goku? Where do you think he lines up in the whole thing? And I'll say I have a follow-up question, but I'll save that until after this.
Okay, so Goku is one of the top 5 characters in Dragon Ball in terms of power level. Now, where he is, it depends on how much you like Goku.
it's true.
Seriously, because in terms of ranking and power, it depends on the situation that they find themselves in, how fast and how quickly they have mastered that transformation, and have they actually mastered it in that setting. So yeah, Goku is in top 5 now. Where he is in top 5, I don't know, because this beast Gohan form has changed the narrative. So I in terms of, I'm just trying to stay on top of this. In terms of Goku is just the top 5. Now, where he is, I don't know, but he is very powerful. But I don't know if he's the most powerful in Dragon Ball universe. I'm gonna just stop right there. I'm gonna stop right there because I keep going. I'm just gonna stop.
All right, TJ, what do you think?
Yeah, so it's the age-old question. Like, does Goku beat Superman? Maybe. I don't know. Depends on who's writing Superman, and depends on who's writing. Is Toriyama writing it? Because if he is, I think Goku's gonna win. But even in his own series, even in Goku's own series, he is not the strongest character. He's strong. He's definitely strong. He's definitely beating most characters. But I'm going to say Goku cannot win against a real reality warper like Rimuru from that time I got reincarnated as a slime. I don't know if anybody listening is a fan of that show, but Rimuru will absolutely beat Goku. And if you haven't seen it, I'm sorry. That's the truth. As far as other superheroes go, I think Goku will eventually beat most superheroes as they go. Not the Flash. These top level dudes. Instant transmission might be instant, but is 17 septillion miles an hour faster than instant? I think so. For the record, the Flash did have a race to the edge of the universe, and I forgot who even he was racing, but the other guy teleported and lost. So, make of that what you will. As far as non-reality warping characters, I don't think Goku will lose to anybody. He might at first, but he's going to come back.
Okay.
Even if you kill him, he's gonna come back.
All right.
All right, so we'll double
right
back
there,
to that. Josh, go ahead.
I mean, right there, you get to the meat of my opinion. I basically have two major thoughts on it. One is that he can probably beat anyone. He just has to get the crap beaten out of him first, and then go through a training arc, and then he'll just be able to beat them. That is just by the nature of what kind of what genre of character he is. It would seem like he could beat anyone given the training he needs. But at the same time, there are these different types of characters because he only really fights the same type of character over and over again, at least in broad strokes. He fights people who fight physically. He fights people who, I mean, yeah, sure, maybe they use energy weapons, energy attacks that they use in the show, but it's very much similar. When you say like, oh yeah, reality warpers, yeah, a type green, that's gonna put him down. If just all of a sudden the world around him can't be trusted, he's not gonna make it. I think similar if you were to fight somebody who did like illusions, maybe, but more so actual mind weaponry. He's not the brightest guy from time to time, and I think if he were to fight like Jace Bellerin from the Magic Gathering universe, Jace would have him wrapped in his own mind, and he'd just be stuck in a corner.
Yeah, that's probably true. I have to admit, but I don't like Jace, so I'm going to disagree with you on principle.
Hey, good news for you if you don't like Jace. One with Phyrexia.
So I think this comes down to two parts of the conversation. I think part of it is within the universe, and then the other part of it is, like you guys have brought up, what this looks like when you extend out from the DBZ universe. Kino, I'm glad that you brought it up. They changed everything with Dragon Ball Superhero. If every statement that was made in that movie is now canon. If it is, then Beast Gohan every day, twice on Sunday, eats Goku's lunch. Just done. Like, takes his lunch money and laughs about it the entire time. And for me, I couldn't be happier that that's a thing, because I've been very vocal that I think the two worst parts of Dragon Ball continue to be Goku and Vegeta. Like, hands down, the single worst parts of Dragon Ball. So to me, I think this, if this is a game of keeps, right? If this is a fight to the death, and we're not using the plot armor of Zenkai boosts and all of that kind of stuff, that if we are doing straight up fight to the death, I think Gohan outclasses him. I think Vegeta outclasses him, and I'm gonna upset somebody. I think Piccolo outclasses him. If you use the orange transformation as part of it, like without superhero, totally 100%, we've left Piccolo in the dust. There's no way that you can try and headcanon your way around Piccolo keeping up with any of the significant fighters. But giving him a transformation that puts him now on par with Goku and Vegeta, I think by battle prowess, Piccolo outclasses Goku. I think he's just more of a martial artist minded fighter than guys. I wish you guys could see the video, because the looks that I keep getting from TJ are just increasing in reaction, and it's wonderful. So yeah, I think if before you consider any of the extended universe to like Broly and all of that kind of stuff, and you really include and think out the villains side of it, if we're just including heroes, and before you even extend it out from DBZ, you're already talking fourth on the pecking order. And that, I think, is still being generous.
All right. So
wait, hold on. Joe, you cannot drop all of that and think we're not finna dissect and like you do
Do it up.
All right, so let me just point out one. I agree with you up until Piccolo. Even with Piccolo's new form, I don't think Piccolo could. I don't think Piccolo has the stamina. How about that? To keep up with Goku. I think at some point Piccolo. Now, granted, Piccolo has gotten stronger now. I'm not, but I don't think so. But oh, Joe, gosh, Joe, gosh, why you do that to me? Why?
I love it.
Why you?
And
do
the
that
best
to
part of this whole thing is, I think it was TJ, you were the one who said it, like, so much of this is subjective. So much of this is subjective. So we're going to sit here and we're going to banter, but a lot of
That's
this
fine.
comes down to, I don't like Goku nearly as much, and I like Piccolo significantly more. So I'm going to be way more gracious to the character of Piccolo. But to your point, though, Kino, I don't think it's a matter of out and out muscle for muscle. I don't think that's the fight.
Okay.
I think Piccolo's a smarter fighter. I think Piccolo will outlast Goku from a mental standpoint, to the point where if it's just going to the death and it's a matter of, I guess, by any means, I think Piccolo outwits Goku and traps him into a situation that gets Goku killed, because he's not overly intelligent, as a fighter. I think he's strong. I think if you're just going raw power for raw power, a game of 0 to 60 and who gets there faster, I think Goku gets there faster every single day of the week.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no. So yeah, I agree with you about outwitting Goku. I agree with that. But Goku is very I can't get my words right. He's adaptable. He learns as he goes. Now there's a lag in him catching up, but he will catch up as he goes. And so I don't think that Piccolo can do that can keep up with Goku in that way. That's what I mean. You see what I'm saying? Like at some point Piccolo is going, and but we've seen and we do know that the Saiyans will keep going. They will keep going. And again, I agree with you on the wit. I do, but I'm talking in terms not in just blow by blow, but I'm talking in just combat, just them two going at it. I still say Goku outlasts Piccolo.
Yeah.
In that regard.
Piccolo might, crazy of you to throw Piccolo into that list, but
yeah.
Piccolo might be smarter than Goku. The amount of raw battle instinct that Goku has, especially at this point, there's just no way. Like, Orange Piccolo is cool, hilarious that he's named Orange Piccolo because Piccolo sucks at naming things, but we saw what happened when Goku fought Piccolo when Piccolo was stronger than Goku. Piccolo lost. Now that he's on par, he's going to beat Goku? I doubt it. I just don't see it happening. And then when he goes Great Namekian form, which, I'm glad they brought back. I got kind of tired of seeing Namekians as regular-sized people, but it's just not going to be a problem for Goku. I just don't see it happening. Vegeta, though, I also don't agree with. Vegeta's been losing to Goku for 40 years. I don't think he's going to stop now. He's had his times.
That's because Toriyama don't like Vegeta, and I understand. But in terms of, Vegeta,
I love Vegeta.
Vegeta is better than Goku in this regard. In this regard, he can attain his power faster than Goku can.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
He can.
We've seen it even in GT.
Now, granted, Vegeta will always lose because of his mentality towards Goku. I will admit that. Yes, but in terms of power for power and blow for blow, again, I'm saying in the vein of them outlasting each other. I'm saying Vegeta will also outdo Goku only because again, I think Vegeta can attain his faster and his power quicker than Goku.
Yeah.
I think Kino had a good point earlier when he was just talking about how Saiyans generally, but I mean Goku especially, they have the tendency to take a bunch of hits, learn from their mistakes, learn from their enemy, learn from some new master they found, and then come back 10 times stronger the next day or the next year, depending on the cycle. And I mean, that's kind of what it comes down to in a lot of things. Like, if you give them enough time to adapt to what it is, yeah, the Saiyans are probably going to come out and beat you. If you could just instantly come through and just destroy them in one hit, yeah, you're probably going to be pretty dead.
Yeah.
Of course, dying doesn't really matter because they come back anyway. So you'd have to find a way to erase them from existence.
I was gonna say, Hit tried that. Hit just showed up and killed Goku. He was fine. He hit himself with a spirit bomb.
Yeah, he did. Yeah, he did.
Crazy scene. Wish he stayed dead a little. But Ultra Ego Vegeta's as close as it's gotten. And for those few chapters I was reading, I really thought, okay, this is it. Vegeta's finally stronger than Goku. And then, it's Ultra Ego, so he gets ahead of himself and loses it. But whatever. Granola's awesome. I love the Granola arc.
So, a couple of things. As far as Vegeta goes, I will forever say that Vegeta is a dollar store Piccolo, like 100% a cheap knockoff of something that was done first and way better with Piccolo. But with Vegeta, so there was a YouTube channel that made a Dragon Ball like what if stories basically, and it was what if the Frieza arc, but Frieza didn't hold back. And it's like it almost takes the sails out of everybody, or the wind out of everybody's sails, because he has this moment where Goku is like monologuing and gets ready to like power up and become a Super Saiyan, and Frieza just kills him. Just dead, just done. I'm not going to sit there and wait for you to power up and wait for you to do the whole thing and the whole song and dance and all of that. So this whole idea of giving them a year, giving them a day, giving them this stretch of time, if somebody just comes strong, even I've got to say, not being all that impressed by Vegeta, again, I don't think Goku gets past like 4th spot on the list, because we're talking about people that if they come hard and come faster and smarter than Goku, then they're going to catch him off guard and kill him.
No.
Now you need to then start to include into the equation, like somebody said, the addition of like removing him from existence and all of that kind of stuff. So you'd have to like, theory cast how you involve some kind of reality warper, like, something like that.
I have a question for you on a lore level, because I don't know the answer to this. If you just go kill him in Otherworld, kill his like soul thing, will that actually kill someone?
So if they're in Otherworld, it's because they are dead.
Right. So what if you destroy them in that form?
I don't think
you can.
I don't think it's happened.
Interesting.
I think
they
might have killed Raditz in Otherworld in like a spin-off comic or something, a spin-off manga. Mm-hmm. But I don't think he was coming back anyway, so I don't really know what to tell you.
The only thing that I can think of where they've touched anything like that is when they had him fighting in the Otherworld, basically the Otherworld version of the World Martial Arts Tournament, where he fought against legally not Piccolo, Pikkon.
Yeah.
Yeah, where that was the only time where it was like Pikkon was testing the limits of Goku's abilities and all of that kind of stuff, that they even like flirted with the idea of what can a person in Otherworld kind of go through before they're exhausted. But even then, they didn't really speak to destroying the spirit separate from the body.
Yeah.
Okay. Interesting. That could be a way out then, if they haven't really established what it does.
Yeah. Yeah. Or, Nico from Percy Jackson series could just kill Goku by Think, oh, he's in the other world? That's a soul. That's mine. Goodbye. Which would be hilarious, but I don't think that's how it works.
So,
But you also have to include all the angels, for the record. All the angels in Dragon Ball. The Gods of Destruction. I still think he's going to lose to Beerus in a fair fight. If Beerus actually wants him dead, he's probably going to die.
Beerus is lazy.
Beerus is lazy.
Beerus is lazy. I don't know. Even when Beerus get pissed, he'll just do his destruction thing. But I don't think Beerus is lazy. I don't think Beerus will. He'll get frustrated and then try to kill him.
Yeah, and then Whis would give him like a sundae or a parfait, and he's done.
Right.
Thank God. But if Beerus really wanted him dead, he would be dead. I believe that.
Yeah, but Joe, you brought up Frieza, and I think like Frieza, if Frieza could calm himself down, I think he could really beat Goku. Like I think Frieza, if he could really calm himself and like focus, I think he has the potential to beat Goku.
Yeah. If he got out of his own way, he could probably beat Goku.
If he had some training. How about that? If he had some real training.
Yeah. He spent, I don't know if y'all are caught up to the manga, but he spent like 10 years in a hyperbolic time chamber.
Yeah.
And came back as Frieza Black.
Yeah, I was gonna mention that. That's like the new thing is like, okay, so Frieza hasn't really taken training seriously, except for Golden Frieza a little bit. And from what I'm hearing, from what I'm understanding, like this current iteration of Frieza is answering that question of what if Frieza actually took training seriously because he got sick and tired of losing to Saiyans. And I really wish this was the introduction to Frieza in a super world. Then I would care more. My problem isn't, I agree with you guys. I think Frieza is the only actual credible, maybe not the only, but the most credible villain that we've seen. But the problem is it just feels like Frieza's been done to death, like
literally several times.
To the point where it makes you want, it's like this weird in between of it makes you want something different, but you've already established this powerhouse of a villain that if they were serious, like it would be a really big deal if they were like a serious threat and all of that kind of stuff. But because it's been portrayed the way that it is, it doesn't, like, I don't know, to me it just doesn't matter. Like I don't know, you know what I mean? It's like really captivating to me,
especially hot off the heels of, in my opinion, the two best Dragon Ball antagonists since Frieza, Moro and Granola. Kind of weak, but it looks awesome, and I'm still gonna enjoy it.
Yeah, but that's it. So I want to circle back to adding in the divine sector of all of this, because I think that's obviously where they're going, right? There's going to be a small handful of characters that remain relevant as they, continue to explore the divinity structure of Dragon Ball and all of that. So when you factor in that level of power, where do you think these characters, like, I'm not going to include Piccolo because I don't want to set you guys up to be wrong and give all kinds of bad opinions about where you think Piccolo would land and all of that. But with characters like Gohan Beast, or characters like the Saiyans, like Goku and Vegeta and all of that, where do you think they line up in the hierarchy when you consider all of these other characters?
I would say it's top 10. Like they would be in the number, but it ain't top tier, if that makes sense.
They would be ranked.
Yeah, they would be ranked, but it ain't, no.
Yeah.
They just the honorable mentions that's happening here.
Yeah. They're ranked, but they're like 20-ish, college football. They're like 18 to 25 or somewhere in there.
Nice.
because you got to count Xeno.
Hey, well, he's at the top. I'm
Yeah.
sorry, he has to be at the top.
We haven't seen him do much, but
He don't have to.
doesn't have to.
Yeah. There's a reason why characters like Mixospitalik for DC or Adam Warlock for Marvel, or these different top tier characters that are reality warpers, why like you don't see them physically do a lot, but they always remain in the conversation for some of the most powerful, because they can just like blink you out of existence and all of that.
Yeah. So if we take all of those people out of the running, because that's just not fair, you really don't get a big list of people who can beat Goku. You don't. But it's definitely a list. And Saitama's on it.
I was going to bring up Saitama.
Saitama's on the list.
One Punch.
If you haven't seen One Punch Man, you gotta. If you haven't read it, but you have seen it, you should read it too. Like the webcomic and the manga. Because they're different. They're both good. But it's not One Punch Man. Like, he's not named that because his power is to beat everything in one punch. He's not a gimmick character. Allegedly. But there is not anything in his world so far that he hasn't been able to beat with one punch. We've seen him do some insane things. He sneezed on Jupiter and blew it away.
That's funny.
That's a strong diaphragm. I'm just saying.
Kino, you look like you want to say something.
Yeah, no, because he had me thinking about Koro Sensei from Classroom Assassination. I don't know if you ever seen that.
Yeah.
But when I tell you that this guy could not be killed in any way, shape, form, or fashion, but was a damn good assassin in what he did, that I think he would be one that could beat Goku off of wit alone with nothing else. But it would be fun just to watch him because he'll probably be toying with him along the way.
Yeah. And Goku would go along with it.
Yeah, he would.
Like the idiot that he is, and get killed because of it.
Yes, he would.
Okay, so we always talk about Goku versus Superman, but you always talk about Batman versus Superman. So what about Batman versus Goku?
See, I think both candidates have the same problem. With prep time, they're unbeatable.
Yeah.
So what if they both have prep time?
If they both get the same prep time, or if they both get adequate prep time.
Batman.
It's not Batman.
I don't know how. It's Batman. Okay.
It's not Batman.
It's Batman. Batman would just shoot him. Okay.
No, he wouldn't.
He would find a big gun
Yeah.
to shoot him.
You think a big gun would stop Goku? Because I don't.
No, I don't think a big gun would stop Goku. No.
I wish.
I mean,
that's our next villain.
Have we determined that Saiyans are bulletproof?
They're not bulletproof.
He is.
He's practically bulletproof even when he's a kid. He's just like...
Don't they shoot Raditz?
I'm sorry.
When Raditz shows up.
Yeah. And again, you talked about Hit killing Goku. So I mean, listen now. Listen, they can die. Okay.
They can die.
And there's got to be a gun big enough, and I promise you, Batman will have it, because that's the only way Batman can kill him. It's just a gun. He got to shoot him. You can't fight him.
Batman would find some way to regrow his tail and then just grab him by the tail and be like, haha, I knew your weakness the whole time. Your kryptonite.
Yeah.
If you will.
But they do. They shoot. That farmer shoots Raditz when he gets to Earth, and it doesn't even hurt Raditz. It's like a 12 gauge shotgun. Like, it's not small. That thing kills large animals, and it just doesn't hurt Raditz at all. And Raditz was weak. It's like the beginning of the Saiyan saga.
So I think
loses.
Well, I think Batman wins, but I don't think it's by killing Goku. I think it's by trapping Goku. I think he's gonna figure out how to keep Goku trapped and isolated and not able to rejoin like the real world, like some kind of, but be it, he traps him in the hyperbolic time chamber, or he traps him in another dimension or something, like some kind of impenetrable cage that will keep Goku. And I think that Batman's plot armor is thicker than Goku's plot armor. And honestly, when you pull Goku out of it being the Saiyan show and you put him up against other heroes, I don't even think he gets an honorable mention. I don't think he even belongs in the conversation. Like I could rattle off 15 characters that could eat Goku's lunch and still have room for seconds. You know what I mean? Like, that's why I don't understand why everybody's like, which one's better, Goku or Superman? Guys, Superman. Like, that's not even a question. Especially the further back that you go for Superman, like, the guy's all but invincible. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So
See
wait,
what
hold,
you're
hold,
saying
wait,
makes
hold on,
sense.
wait, Joe.
Yeah.
I'm glad you agree with me about Batman, but
Yeah.
I realize you saying that Batman would catch Goku is low hanging fruit, just like my big gun. Like literally, there has to be some way, and we know, but yeah, I was like, it's gonna work, but it can't work. I don't know how.
See, my problem is if we can't think of how Batman would do it at all, then I don't think he can do it. Not yet. Maybe when you come up with it, I'll agree. But for now, if we can't even fathom how Batman would actually stop Goku, I don't think it's happening.
Batman can only be as smart as his writers.
Yeah.
Okay.
We aren't that smart.
Ready? Top 3, right off the top of my head. He employs the help of the Flash. The Flash goes, and you know what? I'll even keep it within character profiles. Hold up. Wait for this. He employs the help of Eobard Reverse Flash, and Reverse Flash just goes and does the hand gimmick and just like rips Goku's heart out. Done and dusted. That's 1. 2, he knows that he's in the hyperbolic time chamber, and he uses a really big gun to destroy the entrance of the hyperbolic time chamber and seals him away in infinite nothingness. So that's
now that
2.
one I think could work.
3, he finds out about the Dragon Balls, takes the Dragon Balls, destroys the Dragon Balls so he can't be wished back, and then uses a contraption and basically blinks him out, knowing that he still has the afterlife, so it doesn't necessarily break his rule. It's more like keeping him confined to the afterlife. 3, right off the top of my head. Batman.
Okay, but if you kill, destroying the Dragon Balls, if it's possible,
doesn't work.
It doesn't matter because there's unless he goes and commits Namekian genocide.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
There will be Namekians who can make more Dragon Balls.
That's true.
Yeah.
That's
Eobard Thwain. That's not Batman. That's just not Batman. I don't care if he paid for it. That's Reverse Flash. That's not Batman. Vegeta literally has broken the hyperbolic time chamber twice. Goku can do it.
I think the key for something like this is it's the same deal as any time that you see Batman make a miraculous comeback, or you see Goku make a miraculous comeback. It's plot armor nonsense. It's some 11th hour something or other through the power of belief in the heart of the cards and all of that kind of nonsense. That it would be something like that. So any of the things are going to be ham-fisted. I'm just saying that if you take complete character and you try to take the totality of the Batman character and pluck it out of DC and put it into a third-party universe that's like an amalgamation of other universes, and you do the same thing with Goku, pound for pound, Batman any day of the week and twice on Sunday. You know what I mean? Like it's not, because eventually you outlast all of the nonsense of Goku, because you basically have the Zenkai boost. That's his biggest piece of plot armor. You have the Zenkai boost. If you don't give him a chance to rebound, he's not going to get any stronger. So you just figure out what the weakness is and exploit it. If you're talking about, so let's use power scaling terms here for a second. If Batman in the Tower of Babel took out an entire team full of people that individually most of those people could eat Goku's lunch, then he could take out Goku. Like, it's just like it transfers very, very easily.
Speaking of power scaling, though, instant transmission, that is literally the best possible speed feat. That is teleportation. Batman can't stop that. What is Batman going to do to stop Goku from instant transmissioning to right behind him and putting a hole through his back?
Well,
he's not. Goku is, though. Goku's not going to kill him. And that's the only thing keeping most people alive.
Well, see, that's the thing is, I think is when that's where it gets back into the conversation of both Dragon Ball within the Dragon Ball universe and outside the Dragon Ball universe. I think if more characters were willing to go for the kill immediately, again, Goku's done. Like, yes, you're talking about a superpowered individual against a non-superpowered individual. Now you're in the realm of the conversation of who wins in a fight, Superman or Batman. Well, if nobody's worried about killing anybody, Superman vaporizes them and then goes on to the next part of his day. Like, it's not a fight. But again, you go with plot armor and you go with prep time is what I meant to say. If you go with the prep time deal, like that's where the difference comes in. Batman can literally do anything with prep time.
Yeah.
So
yeah. Spirit Bomb? I don't know though. How do you prep against that? I know he's smarter than me, but that seems hard.
You really think he's going to sit by while Goku's standing in the middle of everything? Like, let me stand here for 3 hours and collect energy and just hope that my opponent doesn't do anything about any of this. Come on,
doesn't even need to be a Spirit Bomb.
Listen. If you cut Goku's Achilles heel with a diamond sword, it's over. Okay, he can't get up no more.
Are you implying that Minecraft Steve can beat Goku?
That's the new one. All right, so Minecraft Steve can beat Goku.
All he needs is to drag him through another portal or into an ender portal and just bring an infinite supply of beds, and he can just keep exploding Goku until he just is dead.
All right, but let's talk about it. So, you know how much Minecraft Steve can carry?
Obscene amounts.
Yes.
It's absurd. Gold is the heaviest, the densest real item we know of in Minecraft.
Yep. And you
Super
can carry
dense,
an entire inventory of gold blocks.
Whole inventory of gold blocks. Yada yada. It's the equivalent of like 3,000 Eiffel Towers or something. Minecraft Steve is absurdly strong.
He is.
We're gonna have to put him in there as a contender. It's possible.
Wow. And I mean that's yeah. Like, he's in the championship arena. Yeah. I see you, sir.
Yeah, he's there.
Okay.
But the problem is, it's the same as a hero versus hero, like comic book versus showdown. The reason that Squirrel Girl has beaten Thanos, the reason the West Coast Avengers exist at all, whoever the writer wants to win is going to win.
And that's why in the Amalgam universe, nobody really likes the Amalgam universe, because neither company really wanted to give headway on being like, yeah, let this mainstream character lose in a fight to that mainstream character. That's exactly why most people are like, this is anticlimactic, because at a corporate level, nobody's going to let their giant IP money-making thing lose in a fight.
Mm-hmm. What about Spider-Man? I think Spider-Man loses, but I'd like to see the fight.
It'll be a weak fight.
I don't know which Spider-Man.
Thank you. Okay. I'll yield on that. I yield on that one. Yeah. Okay.
Like Kane? Like Spider-Man 2077? I'd like to see it.
Yeah, that would be fun. If it's just like MCU one, he gets destroyed.
Yeah.
One of the more intelligent ones from the comics. I could see him coming up with something Batman-like.
Yeah. What's the pig's name? It's
Peter
not Spider
Porker.
Pig. Peter Porker. Yeah.
Peter Porker. Yeah.
Peter Porker's got a shot. He's technically a reality warper. That's all I'm saying.
You know, I wish I could disagree with that. I really want to disagree with that.
So what we just learned, so if you take nothing else from this nonsense fest, it's that Spider-Ham beats Goku in a fight. There we go.
Just like Pinkie Pie.
Just like me.
Yeah,
Okay,
Yeah.
what is Pinkie Pie?
like the My Little Pony Pinkie Pie.
Yep. I don't know. Have you
Well,
guys
there you
watched
go.
the death battle videos? They've inspired half of our conversations. Like they did Batman, or they did Goku versus Superman.
Yeah.
They gave
But
it to
it's so-
Superman because, as they put it, only one of them had limits to begin with. It doesn't matter that Goku can break any limit. And then they did Deadpool versus Pinkie Pie, which is.
I don't hate a lot of things, but the Death Battles YouTube channel,
Yeah.
I might put in my last will and testament as the reason I did not have the strength to keep going.
Why?
Why?
I just can't stand it. And if anybody listening's a fan, I'm sorry. They're just not for me. I can't stand those dudes. Whoever is writing those needs to stop. They need to have a talk to God moment.
Are they still going? It's been
Yes.
Yeah.
They keep going.
Yeah.
And I mean, honestly, I could talk about it for a really long time, why I hate them. I'm not gonna. Just know I can't stand those videos.
I think from trying to articulate power scaling perspective, I think that's probably the most articulate anyone's ever been. Regardless of if you agree with it or not, like what their actual outcome is, I think that they do probably a better job than just about anybody else at trying to scale power levels. Now, within the DBZ universe, there's better. Like there are people who actually spend the time to take lore and take the whole story into consideration to try and match up different characters and different things like that, which is where you get Gohan Beast just housing everybody. Like regardless of if he's the main character or not, which I'm still salty about him not being the main character. Regardless of any of that, like with training time, he beats anybody that is within like that isn't just Zeno, that isn't just a reality warper. I think he's the only contender to be considered that beats Beerus. And all of that kind of stuff. But I think for outside of DBZ, the problem is it's just not a lot of people that try and take it unbiasedly. You know what I mean? And try and articulate who beats who.
Yeah. I think what it is, they bring up like reaction speed a lot and use that as a speed feat. Reaction speed isn't a speed feat. I'm sorry, I'm still going on this. Have you ever seen a professional match of table tennis?
Table tennis,
They can't
specifically, I
actually
don't think
move
so.
that fast. Reaction speed isn't the same as movement speed. Whatever. That bothers me a lot. I might be anti-power scaling actually, now that I think about it.
Some people are. Some people don't like playing the game of power scaling.
Anyway, Aizen from Bleach destroying Goku. Goku never stood a chance.
I'm sorry. I'm still getting used to Bleach. Who's Aizen?
I don't want to say anything else. If you're just getting into it,
No. Just go on, tell me.
Aizen, Squad 7 captain.
Which one is he?
Right now, are you starting Bleach?
No, I've been in Bleach.
Oh.
I'm not into it. Like I'm cruising through.
All right.
Okay.
Well, he's the captain with like the slick back hair and the glasses. He's gonna become a real problem.
Oh no, I've seen that. I've seen that one. Okay. Yeah, that dude was powerful. Wow. Yeah, ooh. I have to agree with you.
Real problem.
I have to agree with you.
So is Shinji, also from Bleach, his Bankai. Goku's not doing anything with that.
Okay, I don't know what that is. I don't know all the characters. So I'm playing around with it.
We talked earlier. We were talking earlier about how like reality warpers would be a big problem, and I offhandedly said like that type greens would be a big problem, and now I'm just thinking about that more. So type green is just SCP universe slang for reality warpers, specifically not the SCP Foundation, not the point, but and I was thinking about SCPs versus Goku because a lot of them would be really weird. I mean, classic ones that people would actually have a chance of knowing: 682, the hard to destroy reptile. The thing that just never dies and always adapts to whatever you throw at it. It's basically Goku, but evil.
Yeah.
throwing those two at each other would probably just end in the reality ending. If I had to guess.
Yeah. Gate Guardian, SCP-001.
One of them, yeah.
Yeah, one of the 001s, Gate Guardian. I think he probably beats Goku. I don't know.
Probably.
That's a weird and wild world.
And I mean, as with anything, and even more so with SCP, I think, than even comics, it depends on who's writing it. Because Gate Guardian, in some worlds, can destroy anything. In other interpretations, is a chump. It's just like, that's crazy. You got 343.
SCP is like the Wikipedia of stuff. It's like the stuff. It's like the Wikipedia of horror. And you just write whatever you want, man. It's like your sources. Your source is you, though.
Yep.
Yeah, I think
it's a lot of good stuff.
I think for something like that, I think that's where I think it'd be fun to see some of those matchups, but I think by and large, really, really strong, really, really fast, and energy blasts are not really enough to compete with most of the character landscape. Like, I think, for instance, Sonic beats Goku.
Hands down.
I think that the Power Rangers, they beat Goku as well.
No.
Yes.
Respectfully.
Now,
Dino Thunder Power Rangers, yes. Everyone else, no.
That's funny. I think something like the Turtles, I think the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, I don't think they beat Goku. Like, this isn't just a nostalgia fest. But like when you take the actual like lore of the powers into consideration, like especially when you get into the ridiculousness that is Zeo, where they several times throughout the series throw out statements like the Zeo powers will only continue to get stronger basically forever, and all of that. Like, there's a lot that, again, if we're not sitting here saying, I'm going to give you the benefit of I'm going to beat you up and then let you go and retreat, and then we're going to fight again and go and retreat and all of that. We're not doing any of the normal DBZ nonsense as far as all of that goes. I think that I think the Power Rangers as a whole outclass Goku.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
I can't offer a rebuttal. I didn't think I'd ever have to. It's not something I ever thought. Man, can the Power Rangers beat Goku? Yes. Maybe they can. I don't know.
I'm over here like you done drop something on me. I'm like, that's honestly, that's really possible that they could.
I mean, there's up to like 8 of them, right? Until you get into like the Super Sentai crossovers, and there's like 36. That's cheating.
That's cheating.
That's cheating. There's 30 of them. You didn't have to fight 30 Freezes. It was just one.
That's funny. But okay, I think some of the Power Rangers individually could beat Goku. Like, if it was one Ranger versus Goku, I think some of them win. I think the original Red Ranger, Jason Lee Scott, he beats Goku. I think the Ranger, Tommy Oliver, beats him handily, especially as the Green Ranger.
I'm okay with that. I can live with that.
Yeah, I think some of the other Rangers, they need the benefit of having the entire team. Like, I don't think the original Blue Ranger is going out and beating Goku, something like that. But I think as a whole unit, as a whole fighting force, yeah, I think any of them that I'm thinking of right now, because I don't, as I've gotten older, I've aged out of the show and follow the comics way more than the show. But most of them that I could think of pretty handily do it.
That's the most compelling argument to watch Power Rangers that I've ever heard in my life.
There we go.
What could
do what I can.
How could that possibly be true? I mean, I'll give it to him. By the time he gets to Dino Thunder and he's the Brachiosaur, the Black Ranger, I'll give it to him. Thrashing Goku.
Yep. Yeah, man. I think this has shown that once you take Goku out of the realms of the Dragon Ball world, he's not really an overly compelling character. I think he's got some things that way. Like you said, I think it was Spider-Man. I think any version of Spider-Man, I think there are some matchups that are more compelling than others, especially if you're allowing for killing. I think there's some matchups that are interesting, but I think any of the Spider family, including villains, short of Spider-Ham, I think Goku could take him out. You know what I mean? Different things like that. Like there is a line to who beats Goku, but it's not very definitive. I think most people could probably beat Goku.
I beat Goku by virtue of existing in real life.
There you go.
I think a lot of JoJo characters could beat Goku.
Definitely.
Because of how nonsense stands are.
Definitely.
And
Part 9, JoJo line, is going to have like just a specifically anti-Goku stand. Wouldn't be surprised at all.
So as we bring this thing in for a close, do you guys have any other points that you want to raise about Goku, where he falls in the hierarchy, all of that kind of stuff?
No, just to say, we are sorry if we hurt anyone's feelings. That is a true Goku fan that feels like Goku is the best and that Goku can beat Superman. There's something wrong with you, but we still love you.
I still want to say I think he's beating most people that aren't reality warpers. At the end of the day, it depends on the artist.
Yeah. I mean, I agree with both of what TJ said, and then I also just want to reiterate, he's just the epitome of growth as a character. He kind of is the model for a lot of he's the defining archetype for a lot of characters I see now in webcomics, that just their entire thing is they adapt to whatever comes at them and come out stronger.
Yeah.
So he is the growth guy. So
yeah,
while I don't think he can kill anyone, I think he can, given enough time and the longer the series continues, he will continue to be able to kill almost anyone.
Yeah. He's a green player. Maybe green-white.
Perhaps.
Yeah, I would have to agree, that if you give him prep time, sure, absolutely. I think if you don't give him prep time, done. Like there's literally no conversation. It's the same idea as Batman. Like, again, Batman versus Superman. Okay, is it like the Injustice universe where Superman has absolutely zero qualms about killing people? Yeah. Okay. Cool. Dust. Done. And we move on. You know what I mean? That was his 12 o'clock. Now it's on for 12:02. You know what I mean? That sort of thing. And
yeah, I agree with you in that. As long as you can, give the qualification that they have to be able to, like, at least permanently put Goku down in some way, lock him down, make him not be able to be revived again. But yeah, I mean, at least as regards just beating him in a fight, yeah, if you just go full, just in for it, one hit, yeah, you can take him out.
For sure. All right, guys. So for all of you that have been listening, we want you guys to chime in wherever you found this. And if you found this on your favorite platform to find podcasts, then you can head on over to facebook.com/systematic geekology. You can also join our Facebook group, Priests to the Geeks, and chime in both of those places and let us know who you think beats Goku and who you think Goku beats, and we'll have some conversations there. You can also head on over to our Discord server and have conversation over there of the same kind. If listening to all of this has left you wanting more systematic geekology in your life, you can head on over to systematicgeekology.org, hover over to the host tab, go and see what other projects we're all up to, find the total backlog of the last year plus of episodes that we have been putting out on a weekly basis. And if that is not enough and you find yourself wanting to help us keep the lights on, you can head on over to patreon.com/systematic geekology, toss a couple of bucks in the kitty, and experience all of the incredible amount of benefits over there. Until next time, guys, we want you to remember one very important thing. We are all a chosen people a geekdom of priests.
This was an Anazao Ministries podcast. If you enjoyed this show and would like to learn more about our network, be sure to check out the Anazao Ministries podcast network.